Today we're going to learn how to use the cluster munitions aboard the F-15E Strike Eagle.
Stingray is pound 6, you're cleared to engage.
Lead is rolling in, engaging south to north, left in, right out.
Hey guys, welcome aboard the F-15E Strike Eagle. We're going to look at the cluster munitions today. First thing I'm going to do is go to the menu and the armament page. But instead of jumping over here to air to ground, we're going to go down here to air to ground load. And you can see right now that we've got loaded 6 CBU-97s, Mark 20 Rockeye, and 6 CBU-87s. Now what we got to do first is hit this step button to find the right bombs that we're looking for. So we're just going to work with the 87s for right now. So I found 87s. I'll click on that. And now we can go down here at the bottom to fuse. Alright, so looking here at the fuse page, over here we've got the timer for when it will release upon dropping. So there's a variety of options here, and these are all in seconds. So this is after you release the bomb, how many seconds it's going to drop before it releases. Personally, for me, I'm not smart enough to figure out how many seconds I want something to drop. So what we can do is actually go to this, change the fuse over to this fuse 39, and then this opens up a window for us to be able to choose the height above ground for the burst. Okay, so 300 feet. We've got, again, a variety of options. So we're just going to change this to H for mode H for 2200 feet. And then spin is how fast it's going to spin. So you can see that it's got 6 different speeds. And of course, that's going to have more to do with your dispersion. So essentially what we're doing is selecting, one of these fuse types and then the spin speed. And then we're going to hit enter. And you're going to see it's update the information up here. And of course, this is a little bit messed up because I think it's still just something that's getting worked on. Now, when we go back to our armament page, we should see this information. We're probably not going to because, again, like I said before, there's something that's just not quite working quite right yet. But this is the process of how to change it. So we're going to go back to the menu, air to ground, and we can see CBU-87, nothing updated, but this is where it would say spin 6. I think we had 2200 feet, so on and so forth. We could go back to the menu, air to ground load, and adjust all these other things. So if we wanted to do our Rockeyes, Mark 20s, we could hit the step and find the Mark 20s, which I think are at the beginning. There it is. Okay, so we just click on that, fuse, and then once again, we've got options, but you can see with the Rockeye, it doesn't have a spin option, so that's not going to pop up. So depending on the type of weapon system that you use, you're going to have different options available. Setting up the bombs is like anything else. You're going to set a program, so we're going to drop our CBU-97s on program 1. We'll do it with auto. We'll do ripples. And we'll just set, if I can ever figure out how to do it. All right, we'll set that we're going to drop all 6. Interval of 100. And then instead of what we normally had before, now we've got time and height, so we can choose which one of those we want to use. We can see that these are set for 700 feet, so we'll just go with the height above target. Once we go through all of our programs, set up all our bombs, then we're ready to head out onto the range and drop some munitions. All right, guys, so we're up in the air, and we'll take a look at these bombs in action. Really no difference, to anything else. You either drop them with auto, or you drop them with the constantly computed impact point, which they call a CDIP in the F-15 for whatever reason. But we're in the air. I got a different aircraft, so I'm just going to set these up real quick. Again, I'm not going to mess with the air-to-ground delivery options, but program 1, I'm just going to go ahead and drop all of these with the CDIP. We'll drop them Ripple singles. We'll drop, what do we got? 6 of them. So we'll drop all 6 in intervals of 100 feet. And we'll drop them by height. So they should burst at 300 feet. And then for program 2, we'll set our CBU-9. We'll go to auto, 1 per station. And we'll do that one at time. And there we go. So we're set up there. Master arm is on. Let's pull up our targeting pod. I'm going to select my nav waypoint, which is my target area. And I can see that I've got some targets. Go ahead and designate the target. I'm going to go to air to ground mode. Go ahead and kick off my autopilot. and we'll head on into the target area. Alright, so I'm going to make sure that I'm on the correct program. I want to drop my CBU 87s first. We'll be dropping these in a line. My target's not really conducive for this, but we're just going to do it for fun. I've got my pipper out in front of me. Again, we're armed. And we're just going to drop a sheaf of explosives all over this area here. Alright, so as you can see, good hit. We got good effects on the target area. And now what we'll do is switch over to program 2, CBU 97. And as we said, this one is set to auto. So I need to make sure that I set a target designation point. And we'll swing back around. Alright, up there we see that little marker that's telling us pretty much where we need to turn to get back on our target. That little line at our heading tape. 7 seconds to release. 5, 4. Alright. And our munitions were right on target. So as you can see, easy peasy. Setting them up is simple, especially right now because a lot of those settings are not applicable. I think probably by the time this gets released, those will be in effect. But if not, you know, you can still use them and be effective. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.